Hello and welcome to this very special Q&A here at Ninja Theory. I'm Don Matthews and I'm here with
Melina Juergens.
Melina Juergens.
Melina Juergens, yeah.
Or, as you know her, Senua. So Mel is obviously the actress that plays Mel. And we've gathered your questions from our social channels, so the Facebooks, the Twitters and the Instagrams, to ask you. Thank you so much for all of your questions. We won't have time to ask all of them today, but we'll try and go through a few of them. Just a quick reminder, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice is of course out on August the 8th for both PlayStation 4 and PC. And can you not put your hand like directly in my mouth? Okay. Just pre-order it, that's what I'm saying. If you can, if you want to, just do it. Anyway, so let's get on with some questions.
Yeah,
so our first question is from the Twitters, and it's from It's Hamad Sketch, and he's asked, how did it feel to see yourself as a CG character for the very first time?
What do you mean?
Oh, I see, because you are a CG character, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jokes aside, it actually felt pretty amazing because I was surprised at how much detail there is. So sometimes I was actually unsure if I'm looking at a photograph of myself or if it's a 3D scan. Like, it actually was quite confusing for me. And yeah, I was very surprised. And also the whole process of getting my face scanned was super interesting. Like,
what I love is when people come into the studio for the first time, we show them a bit of Hellblade, and then you kind of walk past them in a corridor and they kind of go, have I seen you before? Is that Senua? Like, I always find that quite fun.
Yeah.
By the way, I was going to mention this earlier, but you seem to have some red on you.
Oh, no.
But we'll sort it out later anyway. But anyway, so next question we've got from Facebook, which is from someone called Loire Cerberus. And they've asked, are you having fun with the job?
No.
Well, you are, because you're standing here talking with me. So, and would you like to make more games with Ninja Theory or appear in other games in the future?
Hellblade 2.
Hellblade 2.
If there's a Hellblade 2, I'm up for it.
If there's a Hellblade
definitely.
2, then you.
Otherwise, if you have any other offers for me, just call me.
So
or
you'd
my
like
agent, Dominic Matthews.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take a cut, definitely. So, are you? So you'd like to do more acting in the future, more game stuff?
Yeah, I think I would enjoy experimenting more with acting. Maybe a different role, something maybe not as serious, or even more serious. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like extreme. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So next question from Facebook, which is from Isabella Marjalek, and she's asked, is it hard to multitask in being the Senua actress and also being our video editor? So for people who haven't seen our dev diaries, lovely. So for people who haven't seen our dev diaries, Mel edits all of our dev diaries, all of our trailers, as well as playing Senua as well. So, so what do you think? Has it been easy? Has it been hard to kind of balance those two things?
I've actually just been running between two rooms before we started this interview because I was editing something.
Yeah.
So yeah, it does get kind of busy sometimes, especially when we have a deadline. So it can happen that I sometimes run between two rooms, like video editing in my mocap suit, and yeah, it can get a little bit stressful, but I do enjoy the multitasking, and I like just trying lots of different things because the work doesn't get boring that way.
Yeah. So a question from Megan Webb, which is from Facebook as well. So Senua experiences psychosis within Hellblade, and is there anything that you did to kind of study and research those experiences so that you could get into the role of Senua?
Yes, we had the chance to meet a group of people that suffer from voice hearing. So it was very interesting to get insight from them about how they live with these experiences and how they deal with them. And yeah, it definitely helped me to prepare with my role as Senua.
Yeah, so I mean, we like Mel said, like we've had the chance to work with people within the scientific community who have expertise in mental health difficulties and in psychosis, and as well as people who have lived experience of seeing visions and hearing voices. So it's been really great for Mel, I think, to meet those people and to talk about their experiences, but also everyone in the team. Like, we've been really fortunate to
Yeah.
learn about those things and have the chance to try and realise those in Hellblade. So a question here from the live stream. Did you have to undergo any special training for the role? So by that you mean combat stuff, right? Because you... Yep. No, robot dancing. No, not robot dancing.
No.
Like,
Yeah, well, I had to do a body scan.
yeah.
So Ninja Theory organized a personal trainer called David Morgan for me. And yeah, he's put me on a strict diet for about 6 weeks, I think. And like an hour of weightlifting every day, and to not get bored of all of that.
Yeah.
I just started doing some MMA and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and boxing and...
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
So BJJ.
BJJ.
So you think you're pretty good at BJJ?
I'm pretty good at BJJ.
Something we should probably mention is
No.
that throughout the development of Hellblade, Mel's been kind of training in martial arts. I've got no training in martial arts, but I think I'm pretty tasty. So what we're going to do...
I'm going to take you down.
Yeah, Mel
I'm
thinks she
so
can
gonna
take me
take you
down. I think she can take me down as well. But nevertheless, at the end of Hellblade, when it comes out, we're going to celebrate with a big me versus Mel ruck, probably right here in the mocap space.
Yeah. Can we build an octagon?
We can build an octagon and we can have it out BJJ style.
Yep.
So
Sounds good to me.
so next question is from Facebook, from Joe Pavlik. Are there any movies, books, or people in particular who have influenced your role as Senua?
Senua, yep. Well, definitely the service users have inspired me because they obviously told me what it's like to hear voices and see visions, so I got a lot of inspiration from them. But also I have a favorite movie in mind, which is called The Woman.
Mhm.
And most people probably haven't heard of it, but it's basically about a woman that lives in the wild, like in the woods, and she's basically living out there like an animal.
Yeah.
And I just really liked her looks and her spirit, so sometimes when I play a role, like a scene for Hellblade, I imagine myself as the woman, and yeah, she's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
So a question from the live stream. It's new Bruce. Bruce is new. And it says everything's looking cool. In the mocap shoots, do you have stuff to kind of respond to when you're shooting? Like, do you have voices to respond to? Do you have kind of environmental sounds to respond to as you're playing?
I think we've been quite creative with that. Like, we've previously used a USB cable in order to get my body to shake as if I was attacked by something. So somebody would wrap a USB cable around me and just pull on it.
Yes. Yeah, I remember coming in on that actually. So that was when I kind of popped in to just see how
that was
stuff
a
was
bit
going,
weird.
and you were on the floor with a cable around you, kind of being pulled around like a naughty dog. And I think another time I
Yeah.
came in and there was like something hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah, we had shoes hanging from the ceiling in order to like get past bodies hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah. And I think the really cool thing is when you see this stuff, like we've done a lot of improvisation. Like Hellblade is a game where we don't have a huge budget like a lot of the big blockbuster titles, so we kind of had to be inventive on this stuff
Yeah.
to make it work. But when you see it in game, hopefully you'll kind of agree that you don't see that improvisation. Like it all looks really good.
Yeah, and voices, I did not really get audio representations during filming because it would interfere with my microphone and stuff.
Yeah.
But there was the GDC scene, I think, where
Yeah.
I had audio representations in my ear for timing. Yeah, but
Yeah.
other than that, I think no.
Yeah, because with the voices, we recorded a lot of those binaural, didn't we? So kind of a
Yeah,
slightly
and most
different
of
recording
them we
approach.
actually recorded after we finished with
Yeah.
all the mocap. So
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, cool. So our next question is from Abdul Malik Zubair, and he's asked, did Andy's music help your direction when playing some of the more intense scenes as Senua? So just before you answer that, so Andy LaPlaga of Combi Christ has created much of the music for Hellblade. So I know you're a big fan of Combi Christ, so
Yeah.
I'm sure you love the stuff anyway. But did it help you when you were actually shooting stuff?
Yeah, definitely. I wasn't allowed to listen to the music during the filming, but after, like before every scene, we just turn up the music really loud, and I run in a circle for a little bit to warm up and prepare myself as a warrior, as you do. And yeah, so yeah, it definitely did help to get me in the mood for some of the scenes, because the music can be quite aggressive and violent, and yeah, it definitely gets you in the mood for fighting.
Yeah, nice. Okay. So another question from the live stream that we've just had in is from Nicholas, and he's asked, when you're acting the scenes, do you record all of the separate parts? All of the different parts of the performance separately. So do you record the body and the face and the voice separately, or do you do it all at the same time?
No, we do it all at the same time. As you see, I'm wearing well, you can't see, but I'm wearing a mocap suit.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a helmet with cameras attached and lights, and I've got a microphone at the top of my helmet that records my voice.
Yeah.
So it's a full body performance capture system. Yeah.
So we shoot it kind of very much in the way that you're seeing it here. So we capture, like Mel says, we're capturing the body, the voice, the face, and also a camera all at the same time. So we just get one consistent performance throughout. The difference with what we're doing today, of course, is that we're rendering this in real time, so that this is entirely live, and Mel can perform as Senua live on this stream. Question from Chanel Avery on Facebook. What's your favourite characteristic of... Actually, before we do that, can you just swish your ponytail a little bit for me?
Sure.
There you go, because I just like that.
Can I hit you with it?
You can try. Okay. So let's get back to the question, please. Chanel Avery Facebook has asked, what is your favourite characteristic of Senua?
My favourite characteristic of Senua would be her strength. I think she's very focused in what she wants, and she never gives up, and when she gets beaten down, she always gets back up and continues fighting, and yeah, I really love that about her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's a true warrior.
Yeah.
And not the typical warrior. Like, I think she's raw and real, and she doesn't care about looking pretty. Like,
yeah,
her face is full of scars, and she's just strong. I love it.
Oh, that's the red on your arms.
Yep.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
Yep.
Right, so another question from the live stream from Debbie Fox. So Debbie's asked, what was the most difficult thing you had to do during the game creation, I suppose, during shooting?
The most difficult thing?
Yeah, I suppose, what's the most difficult thing, or something that you maybe had to do
maybe
a lot, like...
At the start was just like performing in front of people.
Yeah.
That I think was the most difficult thing.
Yeah.
Getting over that fear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that leads us on nicely into another question, actually. So, a question from Rebecca Tumasis on Facebook as well.
Mm-hmm.
As someone herself who suffers from stage fright and from anxiety in kind of formal settings, she'd like to know how you deal with it, and how you've dealt with it kind of performing in Hellblade. And I suppose in the things that you've done live on stage as well, and things like this, like, how do you deal with that situation?
To be honest, I don't really know sometimes. I think I just always tried to push through it. Like, no matter how scary it was or frightening, I tried to just do it. And even if it turns out bad, I try to not be so strict with myself.
Yeah.
Like, if it goes bad, it goes bad, and next time it will be better, and that's fine. So I just try to be less strict.
I think whenever I've spoken to you about this stuff, you know, before these types of things, and said, you know, how do you feel about it? You've always said, I'm just going to throw myself into it and do it.
Yeah, and just do it.
Yeah.
Do it badly, but do it. Or do it good. That would be even better.
Okay, we'll take one final question here, which is from Facebook, from Amy Etier. And she's asked, what's been your favourite bit of choreography or acting for the game? Is there any part where you feel like you nailed it? And then what's been your least favourite part?
Maybe not my favourite part, but where I thought I nailed it was the SIGGRAPH presentation, where I had to play two Senuas at the same time, because it was so difficult to not have the two characters bump into each other. Yeah, that was super, super difficult, like, for the whole team. this whole presentation was just super difficult.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, we definitely nailed that, I think.
And what was your least favourite part, do you think? I mean, obviously it's all amazing, but what's the least favourite part?
The least favourite part, I would say, is doing all the like walks and runs and jumps and just all the boring stuff.
So yeah, so we have so in the game we've used, because we've got this performance capture set up here, we've done a lot of very detailed movements for Senua. So Mel's had to come in and do a lot of
it's like
very
walk
specific
forward,
walks. Yeah.
walk sidewards.
Yeah, the crab walk. Yeah, the kind of injured walk. The
Injured.
The sack race. Yeah, the zombie. Yeah.
Yeah.
So loads of different. Okay, that's cool. All right, well, so we'll end it there in terms of the questions. Thanks a lot for sending in all of your questions, and we hope that you've enjoyed this. So, what we've done today is something that's very different. This is a live Q&A with a video game character that's not been done before, and this has been created today by a collaboration of different companies. So, it's ourselves here at Ninja Theory, Xsense, Cubic Motion, 3Lateral, iKinema, and it's all been powered by Unreal Engine 4. And what we've done is we've actually got Mel is just off to the side of the shot here in her Xsense performance capture suit with a head-mounted camera on her bont, and you can't see her. So Senua, actually, if you wouldn't mind, would you mind just leaving
what do you mean?
for a moment?
What do you mean?
Well, you're just kind of cramping the style. Now, if you could go for a minute, Senua, and then if we can get
I don't
Mel
want
on,
to go.
just to prove it.
Okay, step aside.
Just watch my feet. Ah! So here's Mel. So as you can see, Mel's got head-mounted camera, Xsense performance capture suit. So, so she's been performing live as Senua. So, and to kind of prove that it's all entirely live, we can put Senua over the top of Mel. So there she is. So you can see
She
that
can't quite catch up with me.
Yeah, so it's kind of really odd. So thanks a lot for listening and watching today. And as a reminder, Hellblade is out August the 8th, available to pre-order now. And we'll leave you with our trailer. Thanks a lot. Bye.
The Northmen say the world will come to an end. The sun will grow black, the earth will sink into the sea, the stars will disappear, fire and water will meet, flames will play against the sky, the heavens and earth and all the world will be burned, all the gods will be dead, and the warriors of Valhalla and people everywhere. Senua, prepare yourself for Ragnarok, for it is nigh.